Parents, please don't block the passage. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my son's graduation.
Mr. Garth Mackenzie, Chairman of the School Board, or Acting Principal, Mr. Liston Aiken, or Acting Vice Principal, Mrs. Swan Day, and other members of the School Board. Mr. Marlon Henny, Gaynstead's Vivacious PTA President, and our guest speaker, Opposition Junior Spokesperson on Finance and Planning, Mr. Cleveland Thomas. A hearty welcome to you all. We welcome the spirited team of Gaynstead academic staff, the industrious administrative and dedicated ancillary staff, proud families, friends, and well-wishers. We welcome you to this auspicious event of celebration. This evening marks the end of an incredible journey, but also the beginning of a new one. We stand here to celebrate the outstanding achievements of the graduating class. As you look back on your journey, take pride in the knowledge you've gained, the challenges you've overcome, and the friendships you have built. Let us create a warm and supportive atmosphere for these graduates as they embark on the next exciting chapter of their life.
I'm going to ask everyone to stand again for the national anthem. Please remain standing while we have our scripture reading. Edward Roderick, our head boy, will be coming at this time.
Proverbs chapter 16, reading from verse 1. Wisdom is with them. The preparations of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. Commit your words to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. The Lord made all for himself, yes, even the wicked for the young. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord, though they join forces, no will go unpunished. In mercy and truth, atonement is provided for iniquity, and by the fear of the Lord, one departs from evil. When a man ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. But it is a little with righteousness than vast relief without justice. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Divination on the lips, divination on the lips of the king is no most not transgressing judgment. Honest weights and scales are the Lord's, all the ways in the back are his way. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. We're going to be doing our school song. It's in your program. Ready? After 2, 1, 2. Where the gently rising lake slopes toward warrior hills, proudly stands our alma mater, dire need she fills. None scholar, set me down, this give us, flag of Gaynstead, wave free or loose, so much sparks, may the students achieve. When the students achieve, may the students achieve, may the students achieve. for yourselves. You may be seated.
Thank you.
And at this time, we're going to ask Mr. Julian Robinson, Member of Parliament, to come, and he will be greeting us at this time. Put your hands together for him.
Thank you very much, Madam Master of Ceremonies. Let me acknowledge the Chairman of your school board, Mr. Garth Mackenzie, and the other members of the school board who are here. I want to acknowledge the principal, Mr. Aiken, and the other members of the academic and other staff members of Gaynstead. My colleague, the counsel for the Trafalgar Division, Jesse James Clark, the parents and well-wishers who are here, and most importantly, I want to acknowledge our graduates who are taking a significant step today to leave high school and move on to some further studies and into the world of work. I want to give God thanks for allowing us to be here. 2 weeks ago, it's 2 weeks already, not even 2 weeks, 10 days ago, we had Mrs. Beryl who visited us. Fortunately for us in the corporate area, we were not as badly affected as others have been in Manchester and St. Elizabeth. So we always have to be grateful for small mercies and the fact that we're here, we have life, we have strength. We have had some inconvenience, but in all things we give thanks to the Lord for sparing us. I want to acknowledge the tremendous work that the graduates have done over 5 years to be here, and to say to you as you leave Gaynstead, I want you to commit to a couple of things. One, I want you to commit to excellence in any and everything that you choose to do. Some of you will pursue further studies, some of you will go to the world of work, some of you will become entrepreneurs. Whatever you decide to do, do it well. And do it well with an acknowledgement that you are an ambassador of this institution. When you go somewhere, the way you behave, the attitude that you have will reflect on the school. And so you want people to leave with a positive impression of this school, because it opens up the opportunities for others who are behind you who will become. The second thing I want you to be is to be curious. And by curious, I mean you must commit yourself to always learning. You never get to a stage in life where you have mastered everything. And learning is not always formal, going to school, book learning. But whatever you choose to do, ask questions, find out more, push yourself intellectually so that you can be the best that you can. Never get to a point where you simply settle for what exists. Always challenge yourself. And there's never ever a question that can be considered a stupid question. No, ask it if you are not aware. The third thing I want to say to you is that the world that you are going into is a very different world from the one that I left. So when I left school 30 odd years ago, and I had a guidance counselor, a career advisor, there was no such thing as a social media influencer. That job title never existed, or that opportunity never existed. There was nothing such as a blog. And the world you are going into, there are going to be jobs that exist today that won't exist in 15 or 20 years' time. And so you have to challenge yourself, primarily because the major driver of change is something called artificial intelligence. And it will eliminate some jobs that exist. I'm going to ask the parents in here, because I know the children don't know. How many, but let me ask, sorry, when I say children, sorry, the students. How many of you have been to a travel agent? And then you know what a travel agent is? No. So let me ask the parents, when last have any of you been to a travel agent? The parents know what a travel agent is? Yes. When last have you been to one? No. Okay. I'm using that as an example to tell you how the world has changed. Because 30 years ago, if you wanted to travel, you had to go to a travel agent. Now, when you want to travel, you simply go online and you just book your own ticket, right? Or use Expedia or one of those platforms. I know you're looking at me like, what is a travel agent? The reality is that 30 years ago, there were travel agents all across the world and all across Jamaica. And what caused that change? It really was the technology that enabled and empowered individuals to do things themselves. So I want to ask the parents another question. How many of you know what Photo Express was in Lincoln? The parents know. We can put up an hand on. Me remember. I'm not that old. Remember what Photo Express was? Who can tell me what has happened to Photo Express? It has died. You can go buy patty and taste these there. Anybody know why it has died? Because of this. So for the students, they're all looking at me like, what are you talking about? So Photo Express used to be in Matilda's car. So in those days when you used to take your pictures, you used to carry them there to be developed, and you used to get your nice, when it was graduation and all of those things. That's what you used to do. That doesn't exist anymore. Again, because technology has evolved to the extent that all of us are camera persons. I will tell you, it has so evolved that 2 weeks ago, Councillor Clark and I went somewhere and a freelance videographer came. And when I saw him, I said to him, where's your equipment? And he just take out his phone. And he said, this is my equipment. I said, well, you don't need the big something where you hold in hand. He said, no. He said, it can do the same quality? He said, yes. I use 2 examples to say to you as students, the world you're in is a dynamic one, it's a fast changing one. And you have to determine how you will differentiate yourself in this world. Artificial intelligence will eliminate jobs that are routine, that are mundane. And so to survive in the world that we are going into, and in particular the one you are going into, you have to find a unique selling proposition. What will make you different from everybody else? And so I challenge you to commit yourselves to being innovative. I challenge you to commit yourself to being creative, because that is how you will make a difference in this world. Congratulations to you. Thank you to the parents who have toiled hard over the last 5 years. I ask you to continue to support your children in whatever they choose to do, and to the staff that continues to do well to produce the excellent graduates that we have today. Thank you very much.
All invited guests and all board members and all staff members of the Gaynstead High School, a special good afternoon. I'll be very brief with you. All the adults that you see here this evening can agree with me. It feels like yesterday that I was graduating. And I'm sure they'll say the same thing to us as well. We were all at this stage at some point in time in our lives. The reason why I'm saying that is because time flies very quickly. If you waste the time, it flies by just the same. If you do something productive with it, it flies by just the same. But at least you'll have something to show for the time that has passed. And I'm using that to challenge you, each and every one of you that's graduating this afternoon, to make sure that you make the most of your time. You don't have a lot of time, even though you're young and it seems like you have a lot of time left. And you can only reap what you have sown. So you cannot sow time wasting and idling and expect to reap good grades and good results. So you have to pay attention to what you're sowing, what you're spending your time doing. That's very important. One last thing that I also want to leave with you, that it might seem simple, but it's critical, and it's life-saving in most instances. Be very careful about the company that you decide to keep. It is something that I never unproductive. You're going to choose productive persons to be your friends. Because to do the important things, they're very difficult to do, and at times you're going to feel demotivated. But when you have persons around you that are pushing, it encourages you to push too as well, to get the job done. So I just want to keep those 2 things with you, because some of you, you're entering into a different world now. And I'm telling you, this is probably the last time you'll get persons to do anything for you for free, to give you something. After this, most times they'll be looking to you for something. Alright? So make sure you go out there and, as the Member of Parliament said earlier, just give up your best in whatever you do. Again, congratulations to the class of 2024. Thank you.
Thrive, not just to survive. Can we repeat that after 2? 1, 2, here. To thrive, not just to survive. Say it with confidence now. Here to thrive, not just to survive. Okay, because I know that you are going out there to become world changers. You are going to leave your mark on the world. You have made the step from primary school, you have transitioned into high school, and now you're moving on. Alright? And this is only possible because of the goodness of God. Amen? It is only possible because of the goodness of God. Cause all my life you have been faithful. Gonna know it, so sing it. And all my life you have been so good, yes. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, 'cause all my life you have been faithful. You know the sleepless nights that you had. You know when you had to find the money to pay for the subjects, right? Only because of the goodness of God. And I'm going to ask our chairman, Mr. Garth Mackenzie, to come, and he will be leaving his greeting with us this afternoon.
Good morning, students. Good morning, graduates. Good morning, parents. Good morning, all. Protocol observed, opening of parliament, all councillors, all these members of staff, and oh, sorry. I'm probably one of the newest members of the Gaynstead community. I was appointed chairman on my birthday, January 11th. So I'm 6 months and 3 days of member of this. And I want to tell you that as a 6-month baby, I've had a lot of fun so far. And I'm going to miss those of you who I won't see every day. But there are just a few things. Now, the MP charged you with 3 things. The councillor charged you with doing 2 things. And guess what? I'm going to charge you with 1 thing. 5 years is a long time in your own lives already. You have made a lot of friends. Some are going to be lasting friends till the day you die, and you're going to also meet some more. I want to say to you today, let Gaynstead never fade from your memories. For those of you who used to not come to school every day, guess what? I would love to see you visit Gaynstead even after you have graduated. You hear what I said? Let Gaynstead never fade from your memories. And in fact, there's one thing I want to happen before you leave here today. Do something for me. Everybody who has a cell phone, graduates now. Everybody who has a cell phone, hold it up in the air for me. If it's okay, you can have it today. You're not going to see it. You can have it today, we're not going to see it. I think there are a lot of people who have a lot of undeclared cell phones. But you know why I asked you this? Before you depart these halls today, I want you to sign up on Gaynstead Past Students WhatsApp. It means that it's not a group that necessarily every day you will go on, but it is going to be a tie that you have going forward. One good thing about the technology, there's no shortage of memory. I remember when I just get a cell phone, memory used to run out. That doesn't happen anymore. So I want you all to promise me who is going to lead on it. Somebody has to create the group, and then before you leave, everybody has to put their names in that group. Who is going to lead on that for me? I see somebody. Yes, man, you man. Yes, that's amazing. You will create the group. Jabari is going to create the group. And every valedictorian here today is going to ensure that your name is in that group. Promise me? I don't hear nothing over this side. Promise me? So in closing my brief comments, I want to say I'm proud of you. I know your parents are proud of you, and you ought to be very excited about where you are today. I want you also, again, one message. Never let Gaynstead fade from your memories. Say that together with me. I will not allow Gaynstead High School to fade from my memory. I tell you that's your solemn commitment to me and to yourself. I want to wish you a wonderful life outside of the gates of Gaynstead, and I want to wish you a wonderful life also as an active past student of Gaynstead High School. I look forward to seeing you again in different spheres. Congratulations to all of you, and of course to the other people who did all the other work, parents and the guidance and the guardians who had sleepless nights just like you. Congratulations.
Now, our acting principal, Mr. Liston Aiken, he'll be coming. So brace yourself. He's a little bit of a talker. So put your hands together for him.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Jabari. Listen, no more trouble, Jabari, right? No more trouble. Madam Chairman, MP Julian Robinson, Chairman of the School Board, Mr. Guy McKenzie, Councillor Jesse Clark, other members of the School Board and Trust, Acting Vice Principal Suhan Daly,
not seen her yet. She was on her way. She wasn't treated so well. Members of the academic staff, administrative staff, and ancillary staff, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, proud parents. If you're a proud parent, raise your hand. I tell you about it. And our exceptional guardians, I extend warm greetings to all of you. By the way, you look really good. You really look lovely. And we want to put our hands together for the persons who designed what you have on today, and you're really looking wonderful. Put your hands together for the batch of 2024. Today we gather to celebrate, not to mourn. We celebrate a significant milestone in the lives of our students. You'll always be our students, always. 20 years after, I'm still having persons calling me. 25 years, 20 years after, persons are still calling. So you're special to us, and it is with immense pride and joy that I stand here before you as your acting principal to spur you on to higher heights in the pursuit of excellence. It's a word that we have trumpeted every single day at Gaynstead. And so we're here to spur you on. As we honor the class of 2024, we reflect on a year marked by outstanding achievements, heartfelt farewells, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. What do we celebrate? By the way, celebrating doesn't mean that it was perfect. We think that it was great, or moving towards greatness. We're thankful for the grace of God on our school family. We had some very near misses this year, but God kept us. 83 years ago, God established this institution under the leadership of Martin St. George Gaynstead and his wife, Virginia. And today, that Christian faith continues to hold up this institution. The prayers of people all over Jamaica continues to keep you and to keep us. What are we celebrating today? We're celebrating the goodness of God in our lives. Secondly, I want to celebrate the fact that last year, when we looked at our CSEC results, when our CSEC results came out in August, and we looked at them, we realized that Gaynstead in almost every area was performing way above the national average. That deserves a clap. Let me give you an example. 5 years ago, the physics grade was somewhere in the mid-teens. Last year, when a school in 5 years can move physics from 16 or 17% to 76%, that is movement. We send up our entire cohort to do English language. Some schools screen them out, but we send up our entire cohort. Last year, our average, our pass rate in English language was 91%. That compares to any school
in Jamaica. Not to mention that in so many other areas, we were just doing not just well, but very well. POB was at 100%. Principle of accounts was at 92%. POB was at 96%. IT was at 100%. Office admin moved from 95% to 96%. PEs maintained its mark, 100 the year before, 100 this year. HSB, and you name the subject, we have done very well, and that is what Gaynstead celebrates. Put your hands together for those persons who made this happen. So, don't fret. Don't fret. I expect that the class of 2024 will do even better than the class of 2023. Because I was told, a little birdie told me, that you put in the work. And I expect to see the grades, and I expect to hear, sir, write me a recommendation to go to the next place if you're staying in sixth form. I want to say something to you that has been a phenomenon at Gaynstead. A few years ago, we sent 3 young ladies to St. George's College for the sixth form program. And in the interview, just the way they delivered themselves in the interview, the coordinator said, "You are leaders." And they were made prefects and sub-prefects almost on the spot. We have had persons leave here to go to some other schools, and they were appointed. In one case, our head boy left here and went to a particular boys' school, and he was told, the only reason we could not make you head boy is because you didn't come up through the ranks in Gaynstead. We produce leaders at Gaynstead. When you go out, you're not just another graduate. You're a Gaynstead graduate. You're a leader. And so we want to hear your name wherever you go in Jamaica or anywhere in the world. We're expecting to hear your name being called. So I want to congratulate Mr. Rooms, who leads the Science and Math Department, for his wonderful work in the department. I want to thank Mrs. Evans Williams for her wonderful work in the business department. Yes, for her. We want to thank Miss Murray for her work in the language department. And we want to say, pardon the word, big up Mr. Mackenzie for his wonderful work. And we want to say to all the teachers who have been there, Gaynstead is one of the only schools, it's not the only school. Teachers take you on as aunt and uncle and sit with you. And you can call them, so you call them, so why always, but you can call them and they answer, they work with you. It is a school where you see a teacher and a child sitting on the lazy bench but doing some work. It is one of the few schools in Jamaica where you can say yes.